times, you'll see this a lot in mobile games. When there's content that's lacking, you add in meaningless time gates to make it feel longer. We'll talk about a few things that I do like about this map, because I do think there are improvements. I love... All right, and welcome back, guys. Here we are back on Vanguard Zombies on the new Terra Maledicta. I don't think I've ever once said the correct name of this map, but today we're going to be reviewing it and kind of where I think it went wrong. The things about this map that kind of gave the community reaction they did when playing this map. And the reason I waited till now to make this, I don't like reviewing maps till they've been out for a long enough time. I like to fully play the map, play a grasp of it. I've probably put about 30 to 40 hours in this map since it launched. Maybe not quite that much, but done the Easter egg about 10, 15 different times. We've grinded Dark Aether on 2 separate weapons on this map, and I've played it enough to kind of have a full grasp of it. And I kind of want to do that before I sat down and made any opinions. Because usually when a map first comes out, there's kind of extreme reactions. People are either like, oh, this is just completely garbage, or oh, this is absolutely amazing. And the more they play it, they realize their kind of first impressions changed a little bit. Now I think I have kind of got to the point where I've got my permanent impressions of this map and where it currently stands. But before we start breaking it down, keep in mind, these are my personal opinions. If you love this map and you think it is the best thing ever, that is awesome. Keep playing it. Don't let my opinions kind of change the way you are. But I would like to have, you know, a discussion about it, kind of see where things went wrong and kind of what can be improved in future iterations of this, you know, as kind of helpful criticism, or maybe just to talk about it in general. Maybe, you know, you like the way it is, it's perfect, nothing can be improved, and that's perfectly fine, but it doesn't mean we can't sit and have a conversation about it. Starting off, my biggest worry about this is it was going to feel kind of like a Durafong skin, and I'm not going to lie, after I've played it a lot, it really doesn't feel too much different. It feels like a daytime version of Durafong, which I kind of like lighter zombie maps. Like, I love being able to inspect weapons in the light. Look at that. Look at that. Get a nice view of this weapon. One of the $24 weapon inspects that I bought for this game. Beautiful. But besides a few core differences that we're going to talk about later, and some of these differences I do find as negatives towards the game, it really does kind of feel like I went into the store and bought a $24 bundle and got a different skin version of Durafong, besides for a few things. Because with the core gameplay loop being doing an objective, coming back to the hub, opening it up even more, it doesn't really have the same feeling as a new map that we saw in kind of Cold War. Cold War, when a new map was introduced, obviously there was new camping spots, there was new training spots, there was a whole lot of new strategies, where the strategy for the new map is the exact same. Use the shotgun, use the covenants, same objectives, go through it. And I think this is part of the issue with these objective-based maps, is unless they completely redo all the objectives, when you add a DLC map using the same objectives, it feels like a skin. It doesn't feel like a new DLC thing where you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff on round base, because there's going to be a whole bunch of new strategies that are completely different based on how the map is laid out, and we don't really see that here. It really does feel like a skin, in my opinion. And now moving on to the second thing I think could be improved is pretty much, you guys all guessed it, the Easter egg. This is the main thing that sets this map apart from Durafong, is Durafong didn't really have an Easter egg, but the Easter egg is all time gated. Everything you do has a waiting element with it. So if you come up here, this is one of the later steps. We're going to talk to this rune, and now you're going to wait 2 minutes for a portal to spawn in. And the only thing that's happening right now is dialogue. But after you've done the Easter egg once, the dialogue's super annoying, and I keep it off. So really all it does is, it's me just sitting and waiting. And my main issue with this is this Easter egg doesn't have a lot of content, and I feel like just about everything with this map was lacking content. And a lot of times, you'll see this a lot in mobile games. When there's content that's lacking, you add in meaningless time gates to make it feel longer, to fluff the game, to feel like there's more content there. But it makes the content that's actually there not as fun. This Easter egg would be a lot better if I didn't have to wait. And I think it added 10 minutes. I think there's 10 minutes of waiting in total, which is more than what you spend more time waiting to do things than you actually spend doing things. Because guess what? This is the final step of the Easter egg. And this is I think the worst part of it. So if we actually eventually teleport through, what we have to do now is take the wonder weapon and destroy these 4 crystals. And this takes 90 seconds to charge. It doesn't matter how many zombies kill, whatever you do, you've got to wait 90 seconds to destroy this, and then you got to do that 3 more times. And that, I don't know, the whole part of this Easter egg is waiting. And I feel like if they were to take out the time gates, yes, the Easter egg would feel very short and it wouldn't feel like there's a lot of content there. but I hate when there's just time added to make it feel like there's content. But you see that with so many aspects in this game. Whenever you finish an objective, you teleport back to the spawn location, it makes you wait an additional 15 seconds. And there's like, what are you going to do? I'm here in the dark ether. There's nothing I can do with that additional 15 seconds of waiting. And when you teleport, there's more waiting there as well. This entire Easter egg is waiting based. The wonder weapon's waiting based. The new boss they added in is waiting based. After you do enough damage, she'll be... Oh, well, we can't aim, but watch. After you do enough damage to the new boss, which this isn't, once again, a gripe towards this map, because both maps have it, it's going to go immune. And then all you can do is wait even longer. The new sacrifice objective they added with this map is all about waiting as well. You can't really do anything to speed up the process. It's a 3-minute timer regardless. And it just feels like everything about this map is there just wasn't a lot of content. And they're like, all right, to make it feel like there's more than there actually is, we'll just add an artificial waiting gate to every single thing. And that, to me, is the worst part of this, is that everything makes you wait. When I play zombies, I want to be able to get into game. I want to have a fast-paced experience. And I know that might not be for everyone. So these complaints that I'm giving right now might just be a me thing. And that's okay. If you enjoy the waiting stuff and you're okay with it. But I don't know. It's just everything. The new objective, all of it is completely focused around waiting. And now that we've talked about the Easter egg, there's actually a few things you get from doing the Easter egg. One of them being the wonder weapon of this map, that being the shield. Oh, and now we can pick it up. And part of the reason I find this is an issue is all players in the entire game have to do the Easter egg that allows you to get this wonder weapon, and only one player gets to pick it up. I don't mind there being objectives that allow you to get wonder weapons, and I don't mind, you know, only allowing one person to have it. But when all 4 players in the game have to participate in these Easter eggs to unlock the wonder weapon, and only one person gets the reward, it's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I loved this liquefier, right? That only one person gets this liquefier. I know at launch there was a glitch where everyone could pick it up and, you know, you had 4 people getting it. But the thing about it is, only one person gets it, but only one person does the Easter egg. If all 4 players are required to do the steps to get the shield, everyone in the game should get the shield. Because now what's going to happen in public lobbies, obviously everyone's going to do it, and then everyone's going to rush to see who gets the shield. And then people, when they don't get the shield, are going to back out. Although one thing to note, and this is another thing, is the shield kind of bad. So it doesn't make a whole lot of difference because not a lot of people want the shield, but it still sucks when you have 4 players going after something, working towards something, building something up, and then the reward is only for one person. But talking about the shield's probably one of the worst weapons in the game, and I don't really mind bad wonder weapons, but it just, yeah, it feels a little off. So punching zombies with it does no more damage than a normal melee. And the charged effect of it takes 90 seconds to charge. And at most, you're going to kill 12 zombies. So every 90 seconds, you can kill 12 zombies. I don't think there's a single weapon in the entire game that I couldn't kill more than 12 zombies with in 90 seconds. You could go buy a C4 and you could kill more than 12 zombies with an activation of that. So I do think the shield could probably use a buff since it takes a weapon slot. It's not a whole lot better than a shield you get out of the box. The only difference is, okay, we waited 90 seconds. Now let's go over here and let's see how many zombies we can kill from this horde over here. Okay, so here we go. Got a horde of zombies right up here. Oh, nope, down below. And, oh, 3 of them. All right, 90 more seconds. We can kill some more. Or we could have killed the same 3 zombies in less time using this. So I don't mind weak wonder weapons, but it's just, I don't know. We don't really have any strong wonder weapons in this game yet. And I'd really like to see the shield get a buff and some reason to give it a, you know, a weapon slot. Because at launch, I thought it wasn't that big of a deal because when you picked it up, you got 3 weapons. That apparently was a bug. As soon as we picked up the shield, you saw my secondary weapon dropped up here. So it does take a weapon slot. And I don't know. I feel like the charge limit should be 30 seconds instead of 90. The next thing we're going to talk about has been kind of multiplied by another recent change. This map is pretty big, but honestly, I think for these hub style maps, the smaller they are, the better. I kind of like how Durafong's pretty small, and I really wish this wasn't this big because the biggest part of the issue is the way the perk system works, especially if you're not canceling them out. It takes forever to buy your perks. It would take about 30 seconds to buy all your perks to this machine, and they have spread out the perk machine so far on this map that going back to buy your perks actually is a pretty big hassle. You're probably going to waste probably 5 minutes of each game buying perks because there's that one. all the way on the other side of the map is Speed Cola. And since there's no Wonder Fizz machine and no generalized way to buy perks, you spend a lot of the time you're playing this game buying perks. This seems like another thing that's, I don't know if it's been purposely done, but it definitely slows down gameplay and makes zombies a more boring of an experience. To buy back all of your perks takes a very long time, and it's not something I look forward to. Honestly, I don't find myself buying that many perks because it's just, one, it's not worth it. The perk system's pretty basic, and the amount of traveling you have to do to get all of your perks is just, I don't know. I think the best compromise for this is to add some sort of drink fountain at spawn that opens up once. Maybe you still have to open the areas. After you open all the areas of the map, a drink fountain spawns in and you're then able to drink directly from a fountain. I think would be a good compromise for that, because I don't mind opening the areas. It's just the process of waiting to go from area to area, and that was the beauty of the Wonder Fizz machine in Cold War. Now, for the last thing is the Void objectives. This is something that was heavily requested on Durafong, and yes, we see it make an appearance on the new map as well. However, the main difference is you've got to complete the entire Easter egg every single time you want to do this, and the Easter egg is not something that's fun. That's why I've done this Easter egg about 10 times, and the main reason I don't want to play this map anymore is this Easter egg. The fact that the Wonder Weapon's based around the Easter egg, this is based around the Easter egg, and the Easter egg is a giant time gate that I don't think, after you've done the Easter egg a few times, you really don't want to do it anymore. This should be something, I think, maybe you have to do the Easter egg once. Once you've done the Easter egg once, it's like Call of the Dead. Now, every time you go in that area, that portal is just going to be there for you to activate the round-based portion. And it's not that I just only like round-based in this game. I'm pretty open. I like round-based. I like objective-based modes. I like all of it. But to lock off something that I think a lot of people think is pretty crucial and one of the funner parts of this game behind a long Easter egg is just not a good gameplay mechanic. It's not something, and I feel like people who enjoy the Void are gonna avoid this map for that particular reason. And those, in my opinion, are the biggest gripes. It's just this entire map feels like a time gate. It does, in my opinion, feel like a pretty big step back from Durafong, which I already felt was kind of a step back from zombies in general. But these are just my opinions. If you love this map, don't let my opinions change that. This is just the way I feel. Things I think could be improved if they just made the perks easier to buy, made the Easter egg not have the time gates, and just, you know, the new boss not have the time gates, the new map have the time gates, the Wonder Weapon having a time gate. Everything on this map is time gated, which is what's done in mobile games when you don't have content. You add in time gates to fill the content. But we'll talk about a few things that I do like about this map, because I do think there are improvements. I love the Dark Aether portion. I've always wanted to play in the Dark Aether, and I wish they do more with this, and hopefully we see more of the Dark Aether in the future, because, dude, this is a sick place. It just looks fantastic, and I wish we would have got more of this in Cold War. So this is something that I think is good. On top of that, the map's actually bright and beautiful. I like how they transform this area more than how they transform the Durafong. I think this is a better, more visually pleasing map, and that goes back to the point that I said at the beginning of this video. It feels like I bought a bundle and I now have a skin for Durafong with some changes that I don't think are that great, to be perfectly honest. And with that, boys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. That is my current thoughts on this after playing. Honestly, I think I can't tell you how many hours I've played. Honestly, I think it's about 50, but I don't want to exaggerate, but there's no way for me to check. There's no in-game tracking for how long you've played. So it could be 50 hours, it could be 100 hours, but I think it's at least been 50. I've played this map a lot since it's launched. I hit like a lot. So we're just going to go with 50. Maybe 100. I don't know. I played it too much. That's the key thing. We'll go with 50 hours, and until there's an official way to check, we really don't know. Let me know your opinions below. Do you like this? Do you think it's an improvement? What are your favorite parts about it? What are your least favorite parts? We should always be able to have a conversation here, at least a constructive one. Don't say anything if you don't have anything to add that's constructive, because some people will just be like, oh, you hate this map, your opinions are invalid. Like, bro, just be constructive about it. Thank you guys for watching. We do have a second channel. We're uploading daily Minecraft and COD mobile content, and we're uploading daily God of War gameplay on the Facebook page, which we're having a blast. You definitely should join. Check that out. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, hey there. Thank you for watching the entire video. I've got to take this last moment here to give a huge thanks to everyone who became a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, and an extra special thanks to those who have taken above and beyond and became an Unlock Plus Plus member on YouTube. We've got the 2X Trader Purple. We've got the most OP Gobblegum ever, Round Robin. We have the hero Arrow Pharaoh, and then we've got the absolute legend Peyton Perkins. Once again, got to get a huge thanks to all of them for becoming Unlock Plus Plus members here on YouTube.